I love media, and I love studying just videography and getting practical experience.
I knew basically as soon as I came to college that I wanted to do TV and film and make video content. And KBVR was one of the first opportunities that jumped out at me.
I'll never forget walking in that control room. It was just like total deer in the headlights moment. Just all the buttons and switches and screens and displays and monitors and everything. I was just totally in awe and was like, this is the coolest spot on campus.
I messaged my advisor and I was like, hey, I love video stuff. What can I do that's video stuff? And he gave me a contact for KBVR-TV, and I showed up to their first cohort meeting. Steven gave me a volunteer sheet to sign, and then I stuck around since then.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, my name's Alden.
My name is Steven Sandberg.
My name is Ben Blake.
My name's Kayleen.
Josh Saunders.
Cole Keedy.
Danny Zahariev.
And Marie.
I'm the station manager for KBVR-TV this year.
I am the advisor for KBVR-TV.
I am the Locals Live producer.
Last year I was the student engineer.
I'm primarily a volunteer with KBVR-TV.
I was the station manager at KBVR-TV. It was 2021 to 2022.
I'm the producer of the show Music to Our Ears.
I am the sports producer.
The producer of the comedy game show here at KBVR, What's That Game?
Prior to that, actually, during the remote year, I was the Locals Live producer.
I kind of just help out during different shoots wherever they need me.
Student media are a large part of student activities.
Well, KBVR has been around for several decades. We're teaching students how to create a show from scratch and how to put it out there in the world so that people can see it.
KBVR offers students the chance to be involved in the start-to-finish process of working on programs broadcast to 10,000 local households.
I know it used to be in Snell before the SEC was built. I know TV got moved into this facility with all of the new equipment and everything around us.
I've watched a lot of older episodes of some of the shows we did, like pre-COVID, so like some of the 2019 ones. There's a ton of like archival footage that I'd love to just kind of watch just to see how far we've come.
I know a fair amount of the shows that existed in the past because I scheduled them to go out on Channel 26 in reruns.
Ooh, well the fun thing about each shoot is that they're all so different because we have a lot of different shows. So something like a sports shoot is usually just like out in the world, where opposed to something like Locals Live is in studio.
Geeking Out About It existed for a couple years, and that existed while I was here actually.
Hello and welcome to Geeking Out About It. I'm Kayleen. I'm Kaylin.
And I'm Austin.
I was host for the show for a whole year. I love talking in front of people, so hosting wasn't like anything new to me. Getting into the pop culture aspect was really what kind of drew me to it in general. Everything about it was always super fun, and everyone was really cool on set, so it just made me want to stay on board with Orange Media stuff in general. I love the Twilight Zone episode that we made. That one was super fun. That was also my first time on set, so it was just like a lot all at once.
The tragedy of mankind is a dedication to repetition. That was a really cool shoot because it was basically like a full 30-minute version of one story. That episode's gone on to win a couple awards and kind of become its own standalone thing. It reminds me a lot of what Mixed Signals is now, which is our sketch comedy show.
Things like, what if a guy had a sandwich and wanted everyone to like him? Or what if a guy had an NFT and wanted everyone to like him?
It's been a lot of fun being able to work on different ideas and sketches with different positions. We've all pretty much gotten to act, operate a camera, direct, do something different in each one, and it's been the one that's given us the most variety and probably the most laughs.
Sorry, just Dracula blowing on a spoonful of V8.
We also have a live sports show currently where we live broadcast play-by-play for sporting events.
My producer role focuses more on live sports, live production. I know I wanted to take over the sports show if nobody else was going to, because I thought that it's a great opportunity to learn how live productions work, and it's a show that I think that I can really grow a deeper understanding of. We have a pretty well working relationship with Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, and we've been fortunate enough to go out there a couple times and shoot various sports for them. I
think that's such a great partnership between their school and our program, because our students get a chance to have some really professional level experience for a community college, broadcasting their games, working with their coaches and their student athletes. And then for Lynn Benton, it helps get them a little bit more exposure as well, because they don't have access to this type of broadcast equipment, and now we're able to provide a nice service for them so their fans can enjoy those games.
We've covered baseball with them. That was super fun. That involved a lot of like cable running for the game cam, but definitely would do that again if given the chance.
I really enjoyed setting the baseball game with Lynn Benton Community College. That was really great. That one in particular is really nice when you review it and you see the replays we were able to get with that. We had like a replay setup, like a professional sportscast.
So really it's just kind of been integrating little things here and there, things that can improve a broadcast episode by episode. As our advisor Stephen always says, there's no such thing as a perfect show, but at the same time that doesn't mean that there's no room for growth.
Locals Live has been around for, I think, almost 25 years now.
Locals Live has been our longest running TV show. It's a live music performance show. It goes on every Friday night and features local bands, musicians performing in our TV studio.
It starts with me reaching out to an artist, or an artist reaching out to me wanting to be on the show. Once we get to the studio on the day of, I'm managing everyone, making sure everything's going smoothly and on time.
Just this past week, one of my favorite bands that I've listened to ever was actually on Locals Live. Yeah, Ninth Moon Black. They're from Eugene. Represent. That was a huge highlight. Just an absolute like childhood dream come true, you know?
I'd say definitely one of the highlights was I got to direct the broadcasting for Plaza-Palooza last year.
Getting to cover an event like that with a bunch of performing artists and having Bryce Vine there.
And he's like one of my favorite all-time artists.
We put a camera up on the balcony of the second floor of SEC, and so getting to use that camera and get that kind of unique angle and shot was super cool.
We've got the wall of color, which is all of the show posters that we've done so far this year. Those things just make me so excited. There's been quite a few episodes that we finished, and I'm like, wow, that is the best episode we've put out, but we just keep raising the bar every week.
I started working here over the pandemic.
The pandemic, when it hit in 2020, really hit KBVR hard because OSU closed its campus. We couldn't get into our TV studio to keep making in-person shows. So students had to learn to be able to do that type of work at home.
They definitely started changing the requirements for TV shows. As I understand, there used to be a lot more emphasis on them being live broadcast, whereas now there's a lot more leniency on that.
So they were teaching themselves how to use cameras and edit video and stream video and put it on YouTube and use Twitch and all sorts of tools like that. Now that we're back, and we've been back now for more than a year, we haven't had to rely on that quite as much. You're not seeing any shows anymore with Zoom interviews the way we did back in 2020 and in 2021. But I think the principles of learning to shoot video and learning to edit video, I think, is now instilled in students even before they come here. I'm seeing a lot more students familiar with shooting and editing even before they walk in our doors, because for a couple of years, that's all you could do.
This year we've started having a new position which I helped create, which is the entry-level producer position.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Music to Our Ears, a show where two hosts get the chance to talk about their love of music.
When I was starting the rotating producer position, there's no one to produce Geeking Out about it. I thought about it, and then I just kind of wanted to do something different. So kind of making Music to Our Ears is like very similar to Geeking Out about it in format and in content a little bit, just in terms of pop culture. But I feel like music wasn't talked about a lot on it, and I felt like there was a lot more outlets I could go into with that. I kind of took the things I really liked about Geeking Out about it and really wanted to hone in on those experiences.
We have an experimental game show coming out of one of our entry-level producers. We have a late-night parody show coming out of one of our entry-level producers. There's a lot of experimentation happening here, a lot of ambition, and I love seeing that.
I just want to brief before they come out. These contestants have no idea what they're in for.
Being a producer here at KBVR obviously is a wonderful opportunity to put something of your own vision kind of into reality.
That's how we get better, is trying new things and trying to build on it and try something crazy and see how it goes and then take notes and try to do it better next time.
After my time as station manager, I felt like my experience at KBVR-TV was very full. I felt like I had learned about studio recordings, what it means to be a leader, what it means to meticulously create media in a way for students and for a community.
It's really incredible to me how much working at KBVR-TV has impacted my life in terms of just understanding new careers that I could have and new areas that I could go into professionally. That I'm eternally thankful to TV for doing that.
I think, honestly, I just enjoy any time either being in a meeting, like planning with people and being creative, and where we've had moments of, oh my God, this is a great idea.
Oh, I love it. Everyone here is like super nice and is very like welcoming with opening arms. Like you never feel like you're lurking, if that makes sense.
That was what drew me to KBVR, was the opportunity to get to use high-grade equipment like that. It's something that not everybody gets the opportunity to use.
As much as it can be nervous to go into somewhere new, I would highly, highly recommend just throw it to the wind, come upstairs, and talk to whoever's up here.
And I hope that I display that to new people wanting to get involved. This is an encouraging environment that you can learn and do anything in.
I can tell based on the content that KBVR-TV is continuing putting out now that I'm no longer involved, that like it's all fantastic. I could not be more proud of where KBVR is.
The students do amazing work, and I'm proud every single day of the work that they do, and they're going to continue to do better and better every time out.
That's the end.